Hello everyone, and thank you for watching today. This presentation will explore the neuroscience behind post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. We'll examine how PTSD affects the brain, the key structures involved, and how neuroscience informs treatment approaches. So let's begin. PTSD is a mental health condition triggered by traumatic events. It affects millions of people worldwide. It is characterized by intrusive thoughts, hyperarousal, avoidance behaviors, and emotional dysregulation. Neuroscience research has significantly improved our understanding of PTSD, revealing how trauma alters brain function and its structure. In this presentation, we'll explore the neurobiological mechanisms underlying PTSD. Here's a cross-section of the human brain which highlights the locations of the prefrontal cortex, the hippocampus, and the amygdala. It also provides a brief summary of their functionality. Several brain structures play a crucial role in PTSD. The amygdala, responsible for fear processing, becomes hyperactive in those with post-traumatic stress disorder. The prefrontal cortex, which regulates emotions and rational decision-making, is underactive, making it difficult to control our fear responses. The hippocampus, essential for memory processing, often shows a reduction in volume, which contributes to difficulties in distinguishing from past and present threats. Lastly, the anterior cingulate cortex, which helps with emotional regulation and attention control, also shows dysfunction in those with PTSD. The amygdala is a key player in fear processing. In PTSD, the amygdala becomes overactive, leading to an exaggerated fear response and hypervigilance. This heightened sensitivity makes individuals more reactive to their perceived threats, even when in safe environments. This dysfunction is a major reason why people with PTSD experience sudden, intense emotional reactions and struggle with their emotional regulation. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for regulating emotions and inhibiting excessive fear responses. However, in individuals with PTSD, this brain region is underactive. As a result, it struggles to regulate the amygdala's activity, allowing those fear responses to become over-amplified. This dysfunction contributes to the difficulty in distinguishing real threats from perceived ones and leads to problems with impulse control and emotional regulation. The hippocampus is responsible for processing and storing memories, including distinguishing between past and present experiences. In PTSD, the hippocampus is often reduced in volume, impairing its ability to differentiate between current experiences and traumatic memories. This dysfunction contributes to symptoms such as flashbacks and intrusive thoughts, where past trauma is experienced as if it is happening again in the present. PTSD is also associated with imbalances in key neurotransmitters. Cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, is often dysregulated, leading to prolonged stress responses. Neuroepinephrine levels are typically elevated, contributing to hyperarousal and heightened fear responses. Additionally, serotonin and dopamine imbalances are linked to mood dysregulation, anxiety, and anhedonia, or the inability to feel pleasure. These neurotransmitter imbalances play a significant role in the symptoms of PTSD. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, or HPA axis, plays a vital role in the body's response to stress. In PTSD, the HPA axis is dysregulated, leading to abnormal cortisol levels. This dysfunction contributes to prolonged stress responses, heightened fear sensitivity, and difficulty returning to a baseline state of calm. The HPA axis dysfunction further reinforces the hyperactive fear responses seen in PTSD. Fortunately, treatments for PTSD are increasingly informed by neuroscience. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, helps strengthen the prefrontal cortex's ability to regulate fear responses. Prolonged exposure therapy works by gradually reducing the amygdala's overactivity through repeated exposure to trauma-related stimuli in a safe environment. Medications such as SSRIs and SNRIs help restore neurotransmitter balance, improving mood and emotional stability. Emerging therapies like MDMA-assisted therapy and neurofeedback show promise in targeting the underlying neurobiology of PTSD. In conclusion, PTSD is a complex disorder that involves dysfunction in multiple brain regions, including the amygdala, prefrontal cortex, and the hippocampus. Neurotransmitter imbalances and HPA axis dysregulation further contribute to PTSD symptomology. However, advances in neuroscience continue to improve our understanding and treatment of PTSD, offering hope for more effective interventions in the future.